Capricorn, hi, welcome to the greenhouse. My name is Sarah and I'm going to be your growth guide for today. Let's take a look at what you're currently working on. But let's also keep in mind that this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't, as only you can know what's accurate and actionable in your life, Capricorn. Okay, Cap. I feel good. I knew that I would. I don't think you knew that you would. I think you hoped that you would, and now you do. That's too many though. Knight of Pentacles. You're taking necessary steps, but you're taking your time. This is like patient progress. Knight of Pentacles to the Emperor. Is this Emperor Capricorn or someone else? Two of Cups. Capricorn. It is someone else. Okay, so you're like following the yellow brick road. 111 on the clock when I said that. You're following this yellow brick road to this matured partnership, and I like how much care you're approaching it with. Like, you know, Capricorns have a reputation for being like very in control and very think before you act, right? Which, yes, in business and in, you know, practical matters, but Capricorns are boy crazy and girl crazy and they crazy, you know? Like, they get lost when somebody sparkly shows up. I just gotta say that. So I like that you're like, all right, cool it, Cap. Like, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it calm. Because like the Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that's not moving. So he's just like observing and seeing where to take that pentacle. So maybe you're waiting for your Emperor to appear, or there's one in your energy that you're like, I gotta make some grounded moves to be able to connect to. Tell me more about this Two of Cups, please, Spirit. Six of Pentacles. So it's like a balanced give and take situation. And I had done a reading for you guys that I got a phone call while I was recording and then it just disappeared. And it was all about like getting the people out of your life that were just takers so that you can call in balanced give and take energy. So I really like that. Tell me more about this Six of Pentacles. A little more than I wanted. Eight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, the World, the Five of Swords. So I'm not going to keep all these, but this balanced give and take is because you decide to master your own kind of like anxieties and that energy of always having to look over your shoulder. I think you got really fucking sick and tired of it. And rather than just stop looking over your shoulder, you took stock of what was around you to make you feel like you had to always be looking over your shoulder, and instead removed yourself from any kind of situation that you knew, I just want to say was sketchy, like, because I feel like that's a good like all-encompassing word, but what I really want to say is like disrespectful, sabotage, energy vampire kind of stuff. But we'll just say sketchy because it could be different for all of you guys. And you just decided to like take yourself out of that. You pushed past it with the Eight of Pentacles. That's a card of mastery and being like a master craftsman and like being able to do what you do in your sleep with your hands tied behind your back. Like it's just second nature at that point. And I feel like it was becoming second nature for you to like be hyper vigilant and doubt people and look out for incoming attacks instead of being second nature to just like give and love and receive and flourish. And I'm really proud of you and happy for you that you flipped that 444, because that seems like a hellish life to try and not to try to build and heal in that energy of just people committed to the lower vibration. I'm just so glad you're not like swimming up current against that anymore. What's Spirit's advice for Capricorn at this time? Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Dang, Cap. You're really happy. And it's a real happy. It's not a delusional happy. It's a real happy. And also, I just realized, and the tower on the bottom, yeah, like it was, you went through a lot, it fucking sucked, but you got your fire back with the Ace of Wands on the bottom, and now you're aligned for your true happiness. Like, you're on the path to get it. And there's an Emperor on this path, like, just straight up waiting for you, baby. So that's really nice. So what I wanted to say about this Ten of Cups is she's dancing with this mouse here, and mice can represent, like, anxious energy, like they fall into like the prey vibration in some decks. So I feel like this is you dancing with your own insecurities and your own fears, being like, sure, when you have a light to offer, there are people that are going to come and going to want to like take of it, snuff it, like new level, new devils, right? But in this way, it's like, no, I protect that part of myself, not by letting it take the driver's seat, but by showing it like we can have fun, we can be safe, and not have to always worry about being eaten. I'm not really sure like what that analogy is for you, but I really do feel like whatever group of Capricorns I'm connecting to, like, I think they were really being siphoned, that their energy was being siphoned by whoever was supposed to be collaborating with them. And once you left and the risk was gone, you realized that it's like, I'm not even that afraid. I don't even have that much mousiness, you know? Like, I've never met a mousy Capricorn, just gonna say. So if you were in your mousiness in whatever this past situation was, then congratulations, because it's, you know, that mousy chapter taught you a lot. And it's just that, a chapter, not part of your character. And that's also we asked for advice from Spirit and the Ten of Cups came out. So the advice is like, have fun and to like celebrate even with your flaws. Holy crap, Capricorn. Capricorn. I've never said that like that. I'm so sorry. But seriously, Cap, with the Ace of Cups and the Knight of Wands coming out, like, get ready to be swept off your feet. Get ready. Get ready. Now I'm almost feeling like there's like a cute prey analogy of like somebody coming to get you. Somebody coming to get what's theirs. Man, I just love the energy coming off of this Emperor card. I'm getting like so into it. Like, look at him. He's holding an Ankh and a crystal ball. Like, stud alert. Ace of Cups, Knight of Wands. You're gonna feel really, really, really fired up. Yeah, that song Fired Up by Modest Mouse, it's playing right now. Maybe go read those lyrics. And then the Eight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So once this communication comes in, it's gonna be fast. Like, I'm getting nervous, like in my solar plexus, like as far as like, I think you might have some responsibility kick in. Like, I can't start dating someone and fall in love in a month. That's crazy. It takes time, this and that. Like, I can't start dating someone and get engaged, and, you know, like even if you were to start dating someone right now, to get engaged before the end of the year would be like kind of crazy, right? So, but it's kind of like giving that energy of like, I've spent enough time without you. We do life like this now. And you're like, okay. Okay, hunky Emperor man or lady, you know, no gender in tarot. So whomever you're attracted to, but they're just coming in their most rulery energy. I'm so sorry because there's a lot coming through that I feel like I shouldn't say because of YouTube guidelines, but it's very, whew, we got some hot and heaviness coming in here. I don't know if Capricorn's ever truly made love before, but you're about to. This is like that tantric, like, we get there together, if you know what I'm saying. And maybe that's what's so quick about the connection is like, y'all have 1 or 2 moments like that and all of a sudden you've created a life. So definitely be careful if that's not in your plan. Might be in Spirit's plan. Woo! Okay, let's calm down here. I never lit my incense. Let me light my incense for you guys. I think that'll be a good, we're gonna light a cigarette after that, if you know what I mean. Sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Whew, all right. Emperor is also Aries or Taurus energy, so if you're dealing with one of those, that could be an added sign for you, but I don't want you to focus on signs. I want you to focus on that just like spiritual daddy kind of energy coming in. All right, let's get the likely outcome. Queen of Pentacles, here you are. Here you are in all your fire. Oh, I love, like, she's got, like, rosy cheeks or, like dimples there, so maybe this person loves that about you. I think they love that your eye is always on the prize, but also, like she's in this soft mauve-y rose dress, and there's just something, like, you know, Capricorns are often, I don't want to say masculine because they're not, like, it's a feminine sign, but because they stand so much on business, they can like fall into their own like emperor energy instead of being in their empress energy. And this is somebody that like you could be throwing a fit and in your most like manly of vibes, and they would just still see you as like soft and beautiful and alluring and magnetic and like powerful, but not in the way that you value your power. Like they value your softness, like in the way that you value your, if I put my head down and I go after it, I'm gonna get it. Like that's, you've got proof of concept of that from the womb pretty much as a Capricorn. Like you might fall on your face a couple of times and you might have to deal with Saturn being like, not that way, not that way, not that way a couple of times, but you never stop. You never stop. And you keep adapting to make things work for you. And I think they see that as like wildly feminine, like your resourcefulness. And again, like I'm so sorry, Capricorn, but there is like just such an attraction, like a primal, maybe you guys were like lovers in a past life and that energy is like all too palpable when you're next to each other again or something like that. But so the 8 of Cups came out. I think they want to touch on what you walked away from. That's too many. Can we, one card please to clarify this 8 of Cups for Capricorn? The Queen of Swords flipped out. Okay, and then the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You care a lot about your mental. And I think, I don't want to focus too much on how this person sees you. Wow, and then King of Swords, and then Ace of Swords. But I have no choice. I have to turn into a love reading. I'm not going to fight it. This person sees you on the same page as them. Like, even if you guys disagree with certain things or have different philosophies, they just love that you've taken the time to vet your own philosophies, that you don't just like, someone tells you something and you accept that as law. You're like, let me chew on that. Let me see how that fits in my life. Let me see what I like about it. Let me see what I don't. And also with the Queen of Wands, the King of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Ace of Swords, clarifying the 8 of Cups, it's like you or this person, I think it's you, and it's like what this person likes about you is like you have no problem pulling away your energy to further refine it. And there's something like sacred about that like you maybe like work with the moon cycles, and we have the eclipses coming up, and this is the card that has the eclipse in it. So it's like, I feel like when they're like, no, Capricorn's standing on business, they're in a witchy shit. I know I'm not going to be able, I know I'm not going to be able to like take them out on the 7th because that's the full moon. You know what I mean? Like they just know that you have shit to do, that you have your inner work to do. And like, they're not threatened by that inner work. They're frankly turned on by it and excited to see what you come back with, because they go out and they do their own inner work. So it's like, we connect to spirit, we level up some kind of thought process, communication, understanding of some capacity, and then we share it with each other. We share our breakthroughs with each other. And you're like, whenever okay, that's what it is. Because Capricorn sometimes, I'm sorry, the message was kind of clunky coming out. Capricorn sometimes can like withdraw, right? Like they share an axis with Cancer. So they very much have their own like shell, if you will, that they go into as well. When they feel overwhelmed or when they got to do something, they're like, you know, I'm out, I'm doing me, I'll be back when I'm set. And this person, they just value that, and they're not threatened by it, and they don't see it as you abandoning them. They're not like, oh, Capricorn's on some shit, I'm being left out in the cold. They're like, no, Capricorn's on some business, you know, let me go be taking care of some business so we can come back and celebrate said business. So I really, really, really like that, because I think Capricorns are often misunderstood, because they'll be like, oh, like whenever we get in a fight, like you isolate. And it's like, no, I preserve, and I know if I engage in this in the energy we're in, it's just going to be worse and worse. So why would I throw more energy at something that I know isn't working? I'm going to take a step back. I'm going to make sure I understand my own feelings around the matter, and then we're going to sit down and have a calm conversation. And I think other people that aren't able to do that are threatened by that, because they want you in the fight. They want it to be messy, because if you, Capricorn, Daddy Capricorn, get messy with them, then they feel validated in their messiness. And you can't say like, well, you were immature and you were fighting, because they got you to do it too. So there's something about like your refusal to fall for that anymore that they just love. I think this was a connection that was probably prevented for some time, whether it was because parties needed to level up or were involved with other people, or it could honestly also just have something to do with divine timing. As far as, for me, and just so you know, because I know this is a new channel, for me, divine timing speaks to planetary alignment. And like, you're Capricorn, right? So you're ruled by Saturn. So anytime Saturn goes into a new sign, you're gonna have some kind of rebirth. And Saturn went into Aries, which is the first sign of the zodiac. So that's like an ultimate rebirth, right? But it dipped back into Pisces, which is like more emotional and spiritual and like a little bit escapist. So I think you're addressing because like we literally just, I think it was like the 1st or the 2nd, Saturn dipped back into Pisces. So I think you're like really getting ready for Saturn to be in Aries. If you have Aries placements, definitely check them out, because typically like a square, which, you know, Aries and Capricorn square each other, would be tense energy, but I feel like it's incredibly favorable for you, because you're wanting to address these things. You're wanting to confront these blockages. So you're excited about it. And then also, like, even though Aries is the baby and the warrior, and Capricorn is like the sage elder and the father, like, sometimes Capricorn energy gets too damn serious. So when we have Aries energy enter the picture, it like brings that playfulness, that lightheartedness, that ability to stay flexible and play. So I want, the reason I'm bringing this up and I'm stammering on about it is because you did start with the Nine of Pentacles. So I understand if you want to take your time and be slow and steady when it comes to growing this connection, but make sure you're playing in other ways and not thinking about like, you know, like I'm 33 fucking years old. I go in my backyard and I blow bubbles. I don't give a shit. People are gonna judge me for blowing bubbles. I mean, do you? You know what I mean? But like, I used to be a smoker, and I used to like love going outside and like having that excuse to smoke a cigarette and like have a minute. And like, I haven't smoked a cigarette in like 9 years, and I like was like, well, how come I can't just go outside and take a break? So guess what? Bubbles. And then, oh my God, blowing bubbles turned into breath work. And it's like, if you do box breathing with blowing bubbles, like the magic happens. So I'll shut up now. I love this. Go buy a bunch of condoms, Capricorn. I'm gonna leave your message at that. I really love this. This is certainly a pair that understands each other and wants to understand each other and be expecting transformative communication very soon. Capricorn, thank you for being here. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you got anything out of this reading, and I hope I see you next time. Bye.